How do you make the biggest decisions of your life? There's probably a note like this sitting in your phone right now, titled something like, "Should I take the job?" 2 columns, pros on the left, cons on the right. You've written and deleted and rewritten it 7 versions deep, and the last edited date on that note is months old. Should you take the job? Leave this city? End a relationship or start one? The most draining thing in life is usually not hardship. Hardship at least has a direction. The most draining thing is standing at a fork, unable to see down either road, knowing that once you choose, there's no going back. Some people stand at that fork for years. Most of us have stood there and made one of those decisions we still think about years later. Nobody can tell you which way to go because only you can choose your road. But one sentence first, because sitting with it properly tends to bring on a cold sweat. All those months you thought you hadn't decided, you were deciding every single day. Sartre put it most bluntly. Man, he said, is the sum of his choices. You are not your birthplace, not your zodiac sign, not the 4 letters a personality test assigned you. You are the stack of every choice you have made. And this sentence carries a corollary. Not choosing is also a choice. Every day you stand hesitating at the fork, you are casting a vote for the status quo. You think you haven't decided yet. In fact, you decide, keep everything the same daily, and inertia signs the form on your behalf. Seeing this clearly is the starting point of everything. There is no option called not choosing yet. There is only choosing actively or choosing passively. The good news is, you don't have to figure this out alone. A few people have stood at their own forks until their legs ached and worked out something worth borrowing. Start with Jeff Bezos, deciding whether to leave a well-paid New York job for something that sounded, at the time, faintly insane, selling books on the internet. He talked himself into it with a simple picture. Fast forward to 80, he told himself, and imagine that old man looking back at me now. Then ask, which choice would 80-year-old me regret? He realized the 80-year-old wouldn't regret trying and failing. That's just a story worth telling. He would absolutely regret never trying. That's a thorn that never comes out. The picture works because it pulls you out of your present fear and hands the verdict to your future self. Present you fears embarrassment, loss, other people's opinions. 80-year-old you doesn't care about any of that. He cares about exactly one thing. Did you live the life you actually wanted? Next time fear has you cornered, try handing the decision to a different judge. Once you've changed judges, you still need a ruler to measure how heavy this decision really is. Decision scientists offer a simple sort. Classify the door in front of you. A 2-way door is one you can walk back through if it turns out wrong. Changing jobs, moving cities, learning something new, nearly all qualify. A 1-way door, the kind you truly cannot return through, is rare. And here is where we waste the most, treating 2-way doors with 1-way door caution. Experience and research agree. About 90% of life's decisions are reversible. Choose wrong, walk back, pay a modest cost, life continues. So next time you hesitate, ask this first. Which kind of door is this? If it's 2-way, stop holding meetings about it. Go try. If, after all that measuring, 2 options are still neck and neck, here is a method that looks silly and is actually deeply honest. Take out a coin. Heads is A, tails is B. Flip it. The point was never to obey the coin. The point is this. In the second it spins in the air, a voice flashes through you. Please be heads. That voice is your answer. The coin isn't there to decide for you. It's there to force your real preference out of hiding. Most impossible decisions were decided long ago, quietly. We're just waiting for permission, for someone to co-sign, for a guarantee that nothing will go wrong. In the adult world, that guarantee never arrives. One more thing worth saying gently to yourself. It's rarely that you lack information. More often, you lack courage. It's easy to tell yourself you're still working on it. 10 more articles, 5 more friends, 3 more days of forums, when really, you're dressing up procrastination as research. Information can shrink uncertainty. It can never erase it. The last stretch has to be crossed on foot, and no guide can walk it for you. Meanwhile, the unresolved decision quietly costs you too. Psychologists call it decision fatigue, a background process eating your energy around the clock. So give yourself a soft but real deadline, a decision date. Before it, gather, ask, think as hard as you can. When it arrives, decide with the best information in hand, and then close the file. No more reopening the meeting. One last idea, existentialist, a little blunt and genuinely comforting. Many people can't choose because they're waiting for the right option to appear. But before you choose, no option is right. Right is something you make a choice become through everything you do afterward. The same job becomes a springboard for one person and a cage for another. The same city becomes one person's home and another's exile. The choice only sets the starting point. What you build on it decides whether it was right. Which is why a wrongly chosen life still beats an unchosen one. A wrong choice can be corrected. The person who never chose has nothing left to correct. If a decision is sitting heavy in you right now, try this. Write it down, then answer 3 questions. 1. How would 80-year-old me want this decided? 2. Is this a 2-way or a 1-way door? 3. If I flipped a coin, which side would I secretly be hoping for? Answer all 3, and you probably already know. What's left is just giving yourself permission to admit it. If this helped you think a decision through, tell us in the comments. The best decision you ever made. Did it look rational at the time? Pass it on to someone stuck at their own fork. Subscribe. Every day, a little closer to understanding life. See you tomorrow.